Kumeu is a town 25 km northwest of Auckland, originally settled by immigrants from the Dalmatian coast of Croatia, many with winemaking traditions dating back hundreds of years. A lot of those families are still represented here today. These days, 6,500 people call Kumeu home. It's got a thriving little center and supports a wider community of farmers, winemakers, and orchardists. I'm Singaporean. My new home here in Kumeu couldn't be more different from the megacity where I was born. But in this episode of Neighborhood, we're going to explore some of the other cultures that call this slice of paradise their home. Growing up in Singapore is pretty unique because it's a real multicultural place and they celebrate different things. So the Chinese, for example, have Chinese New Year, the Hindus have Deepavali, and the Malays have Hari Raya. And we used to do all of that. Plus there was Christmas, but we never quite did Christmas the way we do Christmas now because we have little Kali Raj over here, our daughter, who loves Christmas to death. The reasons we actually moved to New Zealand was because we wanted our daughter to grow up in a place that was beautiful and that was outdoorsy, and that's what we've achieved. Here in Kumeu, there's a Hare Krishna school that connects some students with their heritage and others with a spiritual dimension. I met my Australian wife, Jo, in Singapore, and we both worked in television together. And in 2002, we decided that we would move to New Zealand because it was so damn beautiful. And of course, the All Blacks were here. What else do I have to say about that? It's been quite the journey moving countries. You uproot yourself from one, you move to another. So that's been a big part of something that we've never done before. Uncharted territory for us, definitely. But when we got here, we said, hey, let's do that again. Let's do something that we've never done again. So we gave up television and decided to build a restaurant.
An honest living.
An honest living in Kumeu. The destination called Kumeu is an amazing place for us. And it's been the hardest and toughest thing we've ever had to do in our lives. At the end of the day, we are proud to be part of this community, and thankfully, I think the community has accepted us too.
True. And we'll never live in the city again?
Never. A local Kumeu jeweler from Cornwall creates work that makes her Celtic heritage with the Maori culture that she has embraced.
My name is Julie Moslin. I'm originally from Newlyn, Penzance in Cornwall, England. I'm married to Dean. He's part Maori. I have two beautiful boys. Gabriel is 12 and Zena is 8. I grew up in a small fishing village, Newlyn. My father was a fisherman. There was lots of boats and lots of ocean, lots of beaches. It was very natural. There wasn't an awful lot of technology. I think Cornwall was the last place on the earth to get McDonald's. I used to really enjoy going for walks on cold, blustery days in the middle of nowhere on a desolate beach and just be on my own. It was really what I love most about Cornwall. I work from home on my jewellery. I have a studio here, which is just a ramshackle old garage that I've tried to make into my second home. It's actually my little hideaway. Okay, so this process is about creating texture in my jewellery. So a lot of the lines that you find on the beach where the tide washes up, I'm trying to recreate that in my work. So to create texture on a piece of metal, I'm using different materials like paper, emery paper. And so now this is taking out a section to create a really contrasting, polished area against all the texture. I'm going to put this piece of silver face down onto the textured paper with the backing. And I just have to measure how hard how tight the rollers have to be. So it just goes through the rolls. And hopefully, so you can already see the texture. This is going to be a pair of earrings, so they're the same on both sides, that's the aim. But this is the sky or the land coming down to meet the sea, and then this is the tide line on the beach.